السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. قال الله تعالى في الفرقان الحميد: إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا تتنزل عليهم الملائكة ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة التي كنتم توعدون. صدق الله العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وسلم تسليما. My dear respected brothers, sisters and elders, for the last few weeks we have spoken about the very important characteristic that we have to adorn ourselves with if we intend to attain salvation in this world and in the life to come. And I'm referring to istiqamah, steadfastness, sticking to something with passion, with conviction, with determination. There's a hadith in Muslim that one day Sufyan bin Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala an approached the Prophet of Allah and he said, "O Prophet of Allah, give me an advice that is jami', that is comprehensive. Give me an advice that is comprehensive. Once I take that advice, I want it to be so comprehensive that I do not need anything after that." So the Prophet of Allah said, "Qul amantu billah thumma istaqim." That first of all you should say that I believe in Allah. And once you say that and you believe in it, and you know what it requires, that is very important. Once we say Allah is our Rabb, then we should know what follows after that. What is required after that. That Allah is my Rabb, He is my provider, He is my sustainer, and I will commit this body and all the energies that this body contains to the obedience of that Creator. Qul amantu billah, I believe in Allah, thumma istaqim. Then stay firm on that commitment. Do not allow anything or anyone to break that commitment. In Darmi there's a hadith that Usman bin Hadir, he approached Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. And he said, "Give me some advice." And Abdullah ibn Abbas said, "Fear Allah. That's my first advice. And the second advice is that remain firm on the track of obedience. Whatever is allowed, engage in it. And whatever is disallowed, abstain from it. But remain firm." This commitment is not a commitment of a day. It is not a commitment of a week. It is not a commitment of a month. But it is a commitment of a lifetime. That whatever we commit to, we commit with the intention that I will maintain this practice. Indeed, the internal enemy and the external enemy will get the better of us many a times. But remaining firm to this commitment means we never give in. That whenever the nafs or the Satan gets the better of us, we do not remain lying on the ground. But we stand up once again and we connect with Allah through the channel of Tawbah. And we start our journey once again towards our destination. En route, the devil, the nafs, may attack us once again. He may get the better of us, but it doesn't matter. Even if they do get the better of us, we will not allow this to remain over a long period. But we will recognize that we were vulnerable. We were feeble at that moment. I fell, but I will stand. And I will connect with my Allah. I will take the medicine of Tawbah. And I will once again collect those words of conviction. And I will repeat them once again. Very, very important. قُلْ آمَنْتُ بِاللَّهِ ثُمَّ اسْتَقِمْ. We see in the rivers, and in the oceans, and in the streams, that they are twigs that are flowing, with the water. There is grass that is flowing with the water. There are many other objects that do not have the power to resist. And with the flow of the water, they are flowing. But sometimes we see that there is a mighty rock sitting right in the middle, and it doesn't move. Because it remains very, very firm, the water has to change its path. That rock is so strong in its station that it changes the flow of the water. Allahu Akbar. A mu'min is not a twig. He's not a grass. That if the world inclines to one side, the ummah will incline to one side. No. If the ummah incline towards an evil, we incline towards an evil. No, we are not a twig. Nothing should allow us to stay away from our place of origin, from our true station. Nothing. But we are rocks, solid rocks, that we will change the flow of humanity. And that's why we see when the Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'een, they went to different countries, they changed the culture of that country. Ajib. They changed the language of that country. They were not twigs. They were not a makhluk of Allah that can be pushed, that could be played around with, that could be kicked around. No, they were rocks. We will stay where we are. You will have to change yourself around us. And this is who is a true mu'min. Hum to chatan hai, chatan. We cannot move. If something happens in this world, if our Muslim brothers and sisters remove the Islamic identity and feel ashamed to be known as Muslims, then we are straws. Then we are twigs. It means we have given up our position in the eyes of Allah Rabbul Izzat. We have to remain firm. And if we do remain firm, it is the promise of Allah. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu in tansurullaha yansurkum wa yuthabbit aqdamakum. O believers, this is addressed to each one of us. In tansurullah, Allah ki madad karo. Help Allah. Meaning the cause of Allah, the deen of Allah. Yansurkum, Allah will help you. And the way Allah will help you is وَيُثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَكُمْ. Allah will give you stability. Allah will give you establishment. But we have to help the cause of Allah. And the first step of helping the cause of Allah is to implement the laws of Allah on this body. We are not in the position to talk about the entire world if we have not implemented those laws on this body. 5 foot, 6 inch human body has not implemented the laws of Allah. How can he implement the laws of Allah in this entire world? That's why reformation, a change takes place within. If everyone makes a commitment that from today onwards we are going to make a change, we are going to stand up once again and help the cause, meaning helping ourselves first of all, Allah Rabbul Izzat will help us. And what is the meaning of Allah will help us? The ulama have given a beautiful example. There's a child. He is weak. He is young. He is unexperienced. He does not know how to walk. So the father sees the child stand up for the first time. And it gives a wave of joy to the parents. They experience a joy to see the child standing in front of them. Now the father and the mother invite the child to walk, to take that step. The child does not want to walk. He's looking at the parents and smiling. And he wants the parents to move towards him and to hold him. But the parents know that at this certain time, the best for the child is to move. So they want the child to move, and they know there are many, many obstacles. He doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have much power in the legs. And he doesn't want to walk. These are all obstacles, hindrances. But the parents do not move. They want that child to take that step. Then that child starts to move. And on the first step, he hasn't covered much of the journey. But on the first step, he starts to wobble. He starts to lose his balance. And he's ready to drop down. But the parents do not allow this child to drop. The parents know that the child has committed to an effort. The child has tried. And there's not much more that the child can do at this certain time. So the parents go running. And before he can hit the ground, he is in the arms of the parents. In tansurullaha yansurkum wa yuthabbit aqdamakum. The enemies that surround us, that make us lose focus. And I'm talking about the nafs, the Satan, the environment, the people. That make us forget that we are rocks. And make us believe that we are twigs. These are the obstacles. Kitni taqat Allah ne di ek mu'min ko. How much power Allah has given to one mu'min. Because of one mu'min, this whole world has been maintained by Allah. When there is no one left to utter the name of Allah, Allah will take this world into non-existence. This world will be finished. It is the power of one kalima, one dhikr, one utterance of Allah from the tongue of a mu'min. Tansurullah, you help the deen of Allah Rabbul Izzat. Make it your primary maqsad, objective of life, that I'm going to help this deen. And Allah Rabbul Izzat will help you. You start your journey of commitment, of conviction, of struggle, of juhud, of mujahidah. When we are ready to drop, Allah will hold us. Allah will not allow us to drop, that we hurt ourselves, that we fracture ourselves, hurt our soul, fracture our soul, weaken our soul. No, Allah will allow us to stand up once again, because it's the promise of Allah. وَيُثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَكُمْ. Allah will give us stability. Stability means that we will never give up this journey. Kabhi hum girenge, kabhi wo girega. Sometimes he will get the better of us, and sometimes we will get the better of him. But this journey will remain until we depart from this world.